Feeling overwhelmed at work? Do you pass out on the couch by the end of the day? Do you feel drained and without energy from the time you wake up? You're not alone. Did you know that depression and anxiety can significantly impact your productivity, often in ways you might not even realize? In this video, we'll uncover the hidden effects of mental health struggles in the workplace and how they can derail your performance. Let's dive into why prioritizing mental health is essential for not just your well-being, but also your success at work. Hello there and welcome back to Unstress Me, your channel for mental health and stress management. Today, we're tackling the crucial topic that affects countless individuals: mental health at work. Depression and anxiety are more than just personal battles. They can have a profound impact on your productivity and overall job performance. In the next 10 minutes, we'll explore how these mental health challenges manifest in the workplace, the ways they can hinder your ability to focus and perform, and why it's vital to address them head-on. Whether you're struggling yourself or looking to support a colleague, this video will provide valuable insights and practical tips to foster a healthier work environment. Let's get started. For those who are new to the channel, my name is Annie. I'm a psychologist and, once upon a time, a corporate professional navigating the high-pressure world of business with tight deadlines and the constant demand to perform. After wrestling with my own mental health challenges for several years, I decided to specialize in stress management and resilience. Now, I'm on a mission to help others navigate their tough times, just as I learned to navigate mine. Depression is much more than just feeling sad. It's a complex mental health condition that profoundly influences how a person perceives themselves and the world around them. At work, depression can distort an individual's perception of their own contributions, relationships, and overall environment, often leading to a cascade of challenges. Depression acts like a set of dark glasses, tinting everything in a negative hue. Neutral situations, such as a manager providing constructive feedback, may be interpreted as criticism or evidence of failure. This negativity bias can make someone believe that their boss is unhappy with them, that their efforts don't matter, or that their input is not appreciated. Even when praised or recognized, the depression glasses often prevent them from internalizing positive feedback, creating a cycle of self-doubt and worthlessness. This negativity doesn't just stay isolated to work-related matters. Depression often creates a halo effect where the individual cannot see or believe anything positive about themselves or their surroundings. For example, completing a project successfully might still feel like a failure due to an overwhelming sense of inadequacy. This distorted thinking undermines confidence and leads to a pervasive belief that nothing they do is good enough. Feelings of guilt and worthlessness are common in depression and can significantly impact workplace interactions. An employee might believe they're a burden to their team, causing them to pull back from collaboration or hesitate to speak up in meetings. These feelings erode connection, making the person feel isolated even when support is available. Depression doesn't only affect how individuals see themselves, it also impacts their relationships with others. Irritability may cause them to snap at colleagues unintentionally, while withdrawal can lead to avoiding team discussions or social interactions. This can create a perception among team members that the individual is antisocial or uninterested in collaboration. Over time, this misunderstanding can make the person feel ostracized or even bullied, further deepening their isolation. From the perspective of colleagues, the behavior of someone struggling with depression might be misinterpreted. For example, they might see the withdrawal as a lack of interest in teamwork or perceive irritability as rudeness. This misunderstanding can lead to strained relationships, exacerbating the individual's feelings of not belonging and creating additional stress within the team. In summary, depression's impact on workplace dynamics is multifaceted. It affects not only the individual's perception of their work and value, but also how they connect with their colleagues, often creating a vicious cycle of misunderstanding and isolation. Now, let's focus on anxiety. Anxiety is not just a heightened sense of worry. It's an all-consuming mental health condition that fundamentally alters how a person interacts with their work environment. Anxiety amplifies fear and doubt, creating unique challenges in professional settings. One of the hallmarks of anxiety is overthinking. A simple email from a manager asking for an update might spiral into hours of rumination. Did I say the wrong thing in the last meeting? Are they upset with me? What if I'm not meeting their expectations? This constant second-guessing not only slows productivity, but also increases stress, making tasks feel monumental. Social anxiety compounds these challenges by creating an intense fear of judgment. Routine workplace interactions, such as presenting in a meeting or collaborating with colleagues, can feel overwhelming. The individual might avoid contributing ideas, fearing they will sound foolish or excessively apologize for minor mistakes, further eroding their confidence. To cope with the overwhelming feelings, individuals with anxiety often resort to avoidance. They might delay responding to emails, skip meetings, or procrastinate on tasks. While these behaviors might provide short-term relief, they often lead to missed deadlines and increased pressure, perpetuating the cycle of anxiety. Anxiety is not just mental, it manifests physically as well. Symptoms like a racing heart, trembling hands, or shortness of breath can make even routine tasks feel insurmountable. These physical effects further drain energy and focus, leaving the individual feeling exhausted. Anxiety often drives perfectionism. While striving for excellence can be positive, perfectionism rooted in fear leads to overworking and burnout. The individual might spend hours revising a report, unable to submit it because it's not good enough. This constant pursuit of an unattainable standard diminishes efficiency and increases stress. From a team perspective, anxiety can create misunderstandings. Colleagues might interpret avoidance or hesitation as disinterest or lack of commitment. For example, an anxious employee declining a lunch invitation might simply be overwhelmed, but teammates may perceive this as aloofness. This misinterpretation can strain relationships and create unnecessary friction within the team. Anxiety magnifies workplace challenges by turning manageable tasks into sources of immense stress. For the individual, every interaction, deadline, or meeting feels like a potential minefield of failure or embarrassment. This heightened sensitivity often leaves them feeling inadequate and misunderstood. In summary, anxiety's impact on the workplace is profound. It shapes how individuals perceive their environment, interact with colleagues, and approach their responsibilities, often creating a cycle of stress, avoidance, and miscommunication. The decline in productivity experienced by individuals with depression and anxiety is rooted in the way these conditions affect the brain. From a neuroscience perspective, mental health challenges disrupt key functions that are essential for focus, decision-making, and energy regulation. Both depression and anxiety place immense demands on the brain's resources. In depression, the brain is often in a state of hypoactivity, particularly in the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for executive functions like planning and decision-making. This reduced activity makes it harder to prioritize tasks or think critically. For individuals with anxiety, the amygdala, the brain's fear center, is hyperactive, constantly alerting the brain to perceived threats. This hypervigilance exhausts mental energy and makes it difficult to focus on routine tasks. Depression severely impairs decision-making abilities. The prefrontal cortex struggles to process and weigh options, leading to indecisiveness. This paralysis is compounded by the pervasive negativity of depression, where every choice feels fraught with potential failure. Anxiety, on the other hand, amplifies the fear of making the wrong decision. The individual might overanalyze every possible outcome, leading to a state of analysis paralysis where no action feels safe or sufficient. Mental health struggles also affect memory. Depression can disrupt the hippocampus, the area of the brain responsible for forming and retrieving memories. This leads to forgetfulness and difficulty recalling important information, which can hinder workplace performance. In anxiety, the brain is so preoccupied with managing fear and worry that working memory becomes overloaded. This cognitive overload makes it harder to retain information or process new details effectively. Rumination, the repetitive focus on negative thoughts, is a hallmark of both depression and anxiety. In depression, this often involves dwelling on past failures or feelings of worthlessness. In anxiety, rumination revolves around future fears and what-if scenarios. Both types of rumination consume significant mental resources, leaving less energy for productive work. The brain's constant engagement in these negative loops also prevents it from shifting focus to other tasks, further reducing efficiency. For individuals with depression and anxiety, simply trying to function in a work environment can feel like a constant battle against their own mind. Fighting against feelings of hopelessness, guilt, or fear requires significant cognitive effort, which drains energy that could otherwise be directed toward work. This internal struggle often leaves the person feeling mentally and physically depleted by the end of the day. In summary, the science of lost productivity lies in the way depression and anxiety disrupt brain function. These conditions drain energy, impair focus, and create cognitive roadblocks that make it difficult to perform even the simplest tasks efficiently. Understanding this can help individuals and workplaces create strategies to support mental health and mitigate these impacts. Thank you for joining me today on Unstress Me. Remember, the first step in addressing mental health challenges at work is identifying the problem. If you found yourself relating to the struggles we discussed today, or if you know someone who might be facing similar issues, know that you're not alone. In our next video, we'll focus on practical strategies to manage depression and anxiety in the workplace. So be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay updated. Together, we can create a healthier work environment for everyone. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.